everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Deconstructing the Narrative. I'm your host, Erica Saha. I'm also a content creator with SADA Collective. Today, I'm joined by Junio. Hi, Junio. How are you?
What's up, guys?
Awesome. And today, Junio is going to be here sharing a story with us and kind of giving us a little bit of insight into his background and what he's doing in terms of his creative craft within the creative industry. So, Junio, can you kind of just start by letting us know a bit of a background of what you do?
Yeah, so I'm pretty new at painting. I paint. That's what I do. I'm very new at it. Actually, I've been painting for seriously probably 5 months. And it started after I got into a really bad accident skateboarding. Unfortunately, I had a traumatic brain injury, and it happened in April. So
Oh my gosh.
everyone else knows how 2020 is going. So
Yeah.
not a real good time to have a traumatic brain injury and try to
Right.
recover from that. So I think most of it comes from when I paint. It takes my mind off all the other madness that's going on right now, on top of my recovery.
Of course, yeah. And kind of touching on that, I'm not sure how sensitive of a subject that is, but can you kind of delve a little bit
It's
deeper
not at
into
all.
how, okay, kind
Yeah.
of delve a little bit deeper into how that experience has kind of shifted your work and what you're working on right now?
It shifted my work ethic first and foremost because I woke up in the emergency room 8 hours after the accident. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I woke up at like a checkpoint or something. It was like, hey, you got to make your time here valuable
Mm-hmm.
because to me, it's a second chance. I feel like I
Yeah.
got a second chance. And I always drew and I always had like some sort of eye for art, but I never took it seriously. And
Mm-hmm.
things are moving pretty quick for me since then. So I'm just
That's
gonna
awesome.
just keep painting, and it's the thing that makes me feel the most normal while I'm recovering.
Yeah. And why did you choose painting per se over any other form of like art?
Honestly, I watched this random YouTube video one morning, and it was like a acrylic pour video.
Oh, awesome.
And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Those
yeah,
are so
yeah. And
cool.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like kind of gimmicky, but so I did that, and I was like, whoa, I like this. And then
Mm-hmm.
I sold one of them, and that's when I was like, what? Like someone hit me up
Amazing.
to buy one, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So, um, thanks to my girlfriend Haley, she was like, because I started painting more of my own style. Like
Mm-hmm.
pours are fun and everything, but I mean, there's nothing really else that goes into it other than pouring some paint on it. It's just gonna look cool no matter
Yeah.
what.
Mm-hmm.
I started doing my own style of abstract art, and I was really hesitant to share it because I haven't done that before.
Mm-hmm.
But she convinced me to, and it's kind of just taken off from there. In my eyes, I mean, I'm having an interview about it right now. You know what I mean? So it's pretty
Yeah.
crazy to me.
That's awesome. Yeah. And is there any instance other than your accident that kind of inspires your work or inspires your
Oh
craft?
yeah, for sure. So even before my incident, I struggled with anxiety, other mental
Mm-hmm.
illnesses, and I think it's important for us as men, for sure, to start speaking out about it because,
Mm-hmm.
um, especially where I'm from Seattle, so we're like known as a suicide capital. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's usually men. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm an advocate for speaking out about it. I have terrible anxiety, um, and I think my accident made it worse,
Mm-hmm.
but painting has made it so I have something to focus that anxiety on, get my mind off of everything else for a second.
Yeah, totally. And kind of touching on your anxiety, how would you say that alone has shaped the way that you work?
Oh, it's a planned mess. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to go paint. It's gonna be a mess,
Yeah.
but something's cool gonna happen no matter what, even if no one else thinks it's cool.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's really important to touch on these kinds of situations because I feel like anxiety and depression is just so common. And like you said, especially within, men, it's really not spoken about. And I suffer
Yeah.
from anxiety as well. So I totally know how that has played a portion into my art. So I think it's really
Yeah.
important to kind of hear from other artists who kind of suffer from that, how that's impacted the way that you work.
And that's another thing I've noticed too throughout just like being brave enough to post my first like piece of painting on
Hmm.
Instagram
Hmm.
is that how supportive artists are of each other.
Yes. Hmm.
And yeah, like I have so many friends that I have never met in real life
Yeah.
because just through art alone.
It's just an
And
amazing
that's kind
community.
of, yeah, it's not a competitive community. It's like,
Hmm.
hey, we're going through it. And right now we're really, really going through it. And like
Hmm.
what we make right now is going to be the art of 2020, which is like the most bizarre fucking year in the
Yeah.
world. Like I woke
Hmm.
up in the emergency room and just shit just kept getting weirder every week. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
is this real? Like
Yeah.
this
It's like
kid,
a
I'm
fever
in a
dream.
coma
Yeah.
or in a dream. Like what the fuck is
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, also, how has, I know you said you just recently started, but I'm sure that, it's been really weird for you to kind of adjust to being an artist during this time versus having that experience of being an artist before COVID, pre-COVID. So, would you say that everything that's going on in the world has impacted the way that you work, or has there been any significant, things that you've noticed that have just happened to be more
Yeah.
difficult?
Yeah. So it's weird that it's not difficult for me right now because I've watched people before.
Hmm.
I've known people that are artists, you know what I mean? And I know that it's not um you shouldn't paint for profit. It's not consistent, especially when you're
Hmm.
starting off. But I'm
Hmm.
having kind of like a really opposite effect where it doesn't seem real sometimes. Like it
Hmm.
I don't know, it's kind of hard to put this all into like one thought. But at the end of the day, I just feel blessed that people appreciate what I'm putting out.
Hmm.
And that's what I try to keep at the top of my head besides because right now it's such harsh times. Like I feel bad for people for
Okay, so my next question now, I wanted to kind of discuss, I know you've mentioned a lot throughout the interview, how you've kind of had a lot of responses to your work, various different responses. So I kind of wanted to see if there was any one specific response that you've had that was truly just pivotal for you, to hear from like a
um
specific instance of, someone saying something to you that really just hit home.
I mean just the outpour of love from artists not even from my area. Just being like, wow, bro, like this is the one that meant a lot. And then I actually have three pieces going at the Plas Gallery in Manhattan for
Oh,
an
amazing.
exhibition next week.
That's
And my
awesome.
first my first time to New York is this Saturday with me and my family. They're giving us a little private showing of it.
Oh, that's so
So
awesome.
yeah, so it's just like
Amazing.
I feel like I don't deserve it, but I'm gonna take what I got.
You deserve everything that's coming your way.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, kind of discuss with us how like you got how that opportunity kind of came your way for the gallery opening in New York, because I know that's really difficult for most artists to kind of get, is
That's
shows
what
open.
I thought it was fake. I was like, this isn't a real gallery. So me and my girl are sitting watching Netflix, and I get a DM, and it's from Vanderplas NYC. I was like, that sounds fancy. That sounds super fancy. So I read it, and it's one of their curators, and then I was like, they were like, we're interested. Um, please email us, blah blah blah. And we went through the motions. And then I think halfway through, he gave me like 6 submissions. Halfway through, I realized I was talking to the owner of the gallery. His name's Adrian Vanderplas. What a fucking nice guy. Yeah, he set it all up, and he's doing it right too, because he's doing the virtual tour, like 3D tour, so I can like show my family that obviously can't travel right now.
Right.
I'm lucky enough to see it in person, but like I don't think I really didn't want to go to New York. It's not one of like my top places to go because it's so many people. But yeah, that's just kind of how it happened, and it's not. I'm not gonna believe it till we're there this Saturday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't believe it yet.
That's awesome. And can you like kind of shout out like are they doing an opening for like can people come in and see the opening, or is it kind of
so the
awesome.
exhibition is called, man, I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. I should have Googled it. Quo Vadis, I want to say. It's Quo Vadis. It means where do we go now in Latin. I did look that up earlier. And
awesome.
if the best part I think about the gallery that I did research on is they like to feature emerging artists or artists that they curate with really well-known ones.
Oh, awesome.
So it's just a good mixture, and that's what I love. And Adrian has been like I've been so rough, like because I had no idea what I was doing, so I probably sent him like 12 emails for 4 pieces. Like, oh, I forgot to mention how big it was, and I'm like, I'm annoying him so much right now. But just for that to be my first gallery experience is pretty insane because it's 30 years old, you know, so
wow.
It's been around.
That's amazing. Awesome. And I kind of wanted to discuss, the role that you feel that creatives have in the industry, just in society as a whole, because something I've been discussing with all of my people that I've been speaking with is kind of how I feel personally, and we at SADA feel that the creative industry is truly just like gone into every single other industry, and like there's just evidence of art everywhere. Like you walk down the street and there's billboards of someone's photograph or graphic on it, and then you'll be in a store and you'll hear a song that someone's work of art, so I kind of want to chat with all of my guests kind of on the role that they believe that a creative plays in society today.
Society today is the 2 keywords right there. I think we're pretty pivotal right now. Especially with everything going on, we're bringing beauty to the madness pretty much. And
100%.
And that's how I feel like we're giving someone or anyone something to look at that might change their mood, because it doesn't take much to change your mood right now. All you get is negative right now. And if we make it out of this year alive, I think all the art from this year is gonna stand the test of time for sure.
Yeah, 100%. It's just really gonna be like a marker of like everything that was going
exactly.
on. Yeah, which I think is really special too. The fact that we have that we'll have that to look back on and kind of see how people were feeling and how people were dealing and coping with this time.
And you're gonna feel it too when you see the work. You're like, damn, he was stressing.
Yeah. How amazing that this is kind of what's kind of kickstarting your careers this time. I think that's something that's kind of special. You know what I mean? You kind of you're starting at such a low point in the world. You know what I mean?
And that's kind of like the. Sorry to interrupt you, but that's kind of like it's the awkward balance, because it's like I should not be celebrating right now. You know what I mean? Like I have family members that passed away from COVID. You know what I mean? And like, I'm sorry to everyone that's had to deal with this, and just in general America right now. But it feels weird to celebrate right now. But I think that's important because it keeps me humble, and that's my advice. I already beat you to the next question. That's my advice to any new artist: stay humble and just keep posting.
Yeah, awesome. And that was my next question.
It's like you sent me it before.
Yeah. So, did you want to offer any other pieces of advice that you kind of whatever you've encountered so far?
leave all the self-doubt, everything else. Luckily I have my rock. That's my girlfriend Haley. I wouldn't post a single thing if it wasn't for her pushing me to. So I'm forever grateful for that. But
Amazing.
my advice to anyone is if just keep going, just keep creating, keep posting. Don't do it for the likes. Just do it because you like to do it, and eventually that's gonna touch somebody someday.
Yeah, 100%. That's great advice. And I think it's really important that, you know, yeah, like you said, like creatives just focus on just doing what they're doing, and eventually, you know, someone's gonna find it. Someone's gonna find the special aspect to it, and you know, I think just, you know, continue creating. That's something we say at SADA all the time, is just keep creating, and don't give,
Exactly.
you know, a crap about what anybody says, because at the end of the day, like, you're doing your art for you, and someone's gonna find it, you know, meaningful, and someone's
Yeah.
gonna be able to connect with it, and I'm sure you've kind of, you know, found that throughout your time so far. I feel
Yeah,
like
and like I'm saying that advice, and it's to myself too. A lot of like I'm a beginning artist, you know what I mean? So this advice is coming. I need to practice what I preach a lot of the times too. So that's what's important, is just keep going.
Yeah, awesome. And then I guess the last question that I wanted to kind of discuss with you is kind of like a fun one that we've been asking everybody, but just like what your favorite song is right now. We kind of want to get a gauge on
Oh
what
my
everybody's
God, my girlfriend is so mad. I play this on repeat,
feeling.
repeat. It's The Routine by Wiki.
Oh, I haven't heard that yet.
Oh, you got to play that. The music video is crazy too. You guys need to look that
Ooh,
up. Wiki,
sweet,
The
sweet. Sounds
Routine.
good.
Yeah, it's getting me pumped for New York because it's all shot in New York.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, New York is amazing. I used to go to Parsons actually. So I lived out in the city for a bit, and it's an amazing city, and
Oh
it's so
man.
full of creatives, and just the community there of creatives is much different than here. So it's really
Yeah.
amazing to kind of be out there and just get some like different, you know, feedback and advice and everything. It's so different. And
Yeah.
so I'm really excited for you to have that experience. I think it's going to be really
I
amazing for you.
appreciate it. I'm so
Yeah.
excited. It's not
Yeah.
real yet, but yeah.
A couple of days.
Yep.
Almost there. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was so amazing talking with you and hearing about your story. And I feel like you've been really triumphant given like the, you know, the cards that you've been handed. It seems like the world's been kind of giving you gifts back because of what
Yeah.
happened. So I'm
And
really,
so
you
I
know,
got to give the world the gifts back that they're giving
yes,
me. You know, that's how I
exactly.
feel.
Yeah. And that's your art, you know.
I give away more paintings than I sell. I'll tell you that right now.
That's amazing. Good. You're blessing people with your craft. So that's really amazing. So awesome to hear that. And thank you so much for joining us and sharing your
Thank
story with
you.
us. And we want to
Hey, shout out to
congratulate
Coma.
you. I want to congratulate you and wish you the best of luck this weekend. And we would love to hear back after you get back about how the experience was. I'm sure
Absolutely.
you would as well.
We're
So
gonna be working. We're gonna be working together for a while. I feel like.
yes.
Sada,
Yes.
we're
Awesome.
working. Thank you guys.
And thank you everybody else for watching. If you are a creative, or if you have a friend who is a creative who you think would be great to interview for this series, please send them over my way. You can have them email me directly at erica@sadacollective.com, or you can also have them hop on our Instagram. We have a link in our bio to a Typeform application where they can apply as well.
I forgot to mention how I got here, actually, how I got this interview. His interview is dropping tomorrow, and his name is Randaconda.
Oh, yeah.
He's the reason he sent me the link, and that's what I'm talking about. It's not a
Oh,
competition.
awesome. Oh, that makes me happy. I just
He's like,
interviewed
you
him
would be
today.
good for this. Yeah. So that's
That's
my guy.
awesome.
Thank you,
Oh,
man.
sweet. Oh, that makes me so happy. Awesome. I'm glad to see the community working together. Oh, and also before we go, do you have any form of contact where anybody watching can reach you if they have any questions or want to, you know, reach out just to chat with you?
Okay, my Instagram name is so stupid. It's Hoon with the Spoon. That's HOON with the SPOON.
Awesome. Perfect. So everybody go hit him up and let him know if you have any questions and chat with him.
There you guys. Go Hawks.
Awesome. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Erica.
Bye.
Thank you.